Okay, y'all, just drop whatever you're doing and turn up your radio, 'cause it's time for Body Love. Here's what happened last time.
Sonny, if you are serious about this, about being a father and a husband, you're going to have to prove that to me and the kids. I'll help you stay sober, but first you've got to get sober. Don't come back here drunk again.
We do not need to build any ramp. I'll be out of this wheelchair before you know it.
Ross, the doctor said you're supposed to take it easy.
Look, I heard about you going to get tested as a kidney donor. That was all right.
Didn't come to nothing. My kidneys are shot, liver's bad.
Yeah, but you tried to help. That made me proud of you.
I like that. Making you proud. That's what I want to do.
Well, I can tell you how you could do it again. You could get some help, like with AA or something.
That was Miles's boss on the phone. He says Miles did not come into work today. For some reason, our boy Miles is lying to Rosalind.
Lower your voice.
Look, she's gonna find out sooner or later.
Fidelia, just because Miles didn't show up today doesn't mean he's sneaking off somewhere. He could be hurt. He could have had an accident.
And nobody's called here. No sheriff. Nobody from the factory before now.
Still, I just can't believe that Miles would ever do.
Vanessa, what are you and my sister whispering about in my kitchen?
We best get back in the living room with her.
I know that.
We were just discussing who was going to stay with you tonight.
Fidelia, I will be just fine. You go on home with Vanessa. I mean, you are staying over there, right?
Only until I find something better.
I told her she is welcome to stay just as long as she needs to.
Yeah, she never runs out of pity.
Fidelia, I am just trying to do the Christian thing by you.
Yeah, sister. If you'd like it better out on the street...
Look, you did invite me to come live with you in the first place.
That was before she went into a coma, Fidelia, for heaven's sake.
Okay.
And you're the one who fought with Miles and got thrown out.
Okay. All right.
But look, you know he said he was going to let you back in. And I'd really prefer having you around here. Just let me and Miles get settled back in a little bit, and then you can come on back. I mean, assuming he ever comes home.
He will.
I know. He's just gotten held up at work again, but this will be the longest he's ever had to stay.
And on the day you finally got home from the hospital.
You did try to call him, right?
Nobody answered at his desk. I don't know what's going on.
Well, look, I'm going to stay until he comes home. Vanessa, you go on home and I'll look after Roz. I mean, she is my sister and all that.
Yeah, but, well, she is going to need some help with doing the dialysis. And she's got a new testing kit to work with.
And I can do all that by myself.
I'm just saying, this may not be the kind of... I mean, if anybody's going to be a kind of nurse for you, it ought not be somebody...
Don't even say it. Just do not go there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I ought not to have a nurse who's got HIV.
Well, it does seem like asking for trouble. I mean...
Okay. There's no end to your pity, and no end to your ignorance either.
Fidelia, I keep telling you, you got yourself into this, and you have to get yourself out.
All right now.
How's she going to get herself out of having HIV?
I do not want to talk about this. You both hear me? I do not want to talk about this. I mean, come on. Vanessa's going nuts trying to get her blood pressure down so she can give you the kidney you gotta have. Miles has gone off God knows where and nobody can find him. And you just got home with a tube stuck in your belly that you gotta plug into a machine umpteen times a day. I mean, let us please just try to deal with the problems we got without adding on anymore.
Never did care much for libraries. Always gave me the creeps.
Come on, there's some computers we can use over here. We can do a web search on Alcoholics Anonymous, see where they meet around here and when.
Well, you go right ahead, cause I don't have a clue on how to use these stupid things. Hate computers.
Ever used one before?
No, and I ain't about to either.
Okay. Man, am I good or what? Whole lists of AA meetings right around here. Let's see. Yeah, I know this church, just a few blocks from here. Okay. Meetings Tuesday nights at 7:30.
Tuesday's a long time from now.
Yeah, okay. Here's one, but the web page is dated last year. Gotta find one they've been keeping up to date. Now, I think this one right
I don't
around
know
the
how you can stand this. Never been so bored in all my life.
Sonny, just go over there by that desk. They've got some newspapers.
Yeah, newspapers. I know how to find stuff in them.
You're looking much better, Mr. Armstrong. How do you feel?
Still kinda dizzy.
That's what I thought. Well, I'm definitely going to keep you overnight. You have no other apparent serious injuries, but a concussion you definitely have.
Concussion?
Yeah. Plus, we'd better start now trying to figure out exactly what caused your accident in the first place. It'd help a lot, Mr. Armstrong. Can I call you Miles?
Sure, yeah.
Miles, can you tell me everything you remember about what happened this morning?
This morning? Wait, what time is it now?
About 7:30.
7:30? At night? Doctor, I got to... Where's the phone? I got to call home.
Don't worry about that. I know for a fact that somebody already made that call for you and fixed everything up, so you just take it easy and let's see what you remember.
Well, okay. I was driving to work like I've done 1,000 times before. I didn't feel sick or dizzy or anything. But I did have a lot on my mind while I was driving. 'Cause my wife's been in the hospital and today's... Of all the days I have to go into work, should have gone in more often in the last month instead of being at the hospital. Nah, what am I saying? Had to be there for Rosalind. Still used up all my sick days, all my vacation. Okay, I see you. Man, I better shape up here. Gotta pay better attention to what I'm doing. Maybe I'll feel better once I get to my desk. Yeah, like dealing with all the hassles at work is gonna take any stress off of me. Well, at least tonight, I'm gonna be home with Rosalind. I was gonna get her some flowers. Been thinking about it for weeks, and I was about to forget. Better do that right now, before I forget it. Man, my steering must be shot. Never had to pull that hard to make a U-turn. Lord, if I got to put this car in the shop, there's just one more... Whoa! Feels like... somebody's pushing on my chest. Pushing hard. Please, God, if I'm having a heart attack, at least let me get off the road. Next thing I knew, I was here. Never even saw who was in the other car.
Lady we treated for bumps and bruises, she'll be fine. But you were unconscious most of the day. Now, the good news is our tests show that whatever you experienced was not a heart attack. You were knocked out by the collision, not by anything cardiovascular.
Well, that's good news anyway.
Not that you aren't at risk for a heart attack, Miles, or a stroke or something similar. In fact, you're what we call a stroke waiting to happen.
Yeah, I've heard that from other folks.
I'll be glad to talk more with you about it later, but the short version is stress not only affects mental health, it goes after physical health too. When you're under chronic stress, your immune system just plain wears out. So when you leave here, you're going to leave with some instructions on how to cope with your stress.
Yeah, okay. But what about all that stuff that's out of my control? Like my wife being in diabetic coma for most of last month. Or her nutcase sister driving me out of my mind. I mean, right this minute, I'm supposed to be at home helping my wife finally get moved back from the hospital.
Hey, if she was at the hospital this morning, then our staff wouldn't have reached her when they called your house. Even if they left a message, she might not have been able to respond to it.
Well, how'd you get my phone number while I was unconscious?
Hey, you were smart enough to be carrying a card in your wallet with emergency numbers on it.
I wasn't smart enough to update that card. That phone number is the beauty shop where my wife used to work. And if somebody called it today, I bet they didn't get anybody there either.
So we've had our wires crossed all day. Miles, let me first give you my apology, and then let me give you a telephone.
Okay. See, now here's one right there.
Yeah, you got it.
Should have started with the newspaper in the first place.
Alcoholics Anonymous meets on Tuesday and Friday nights beginning at 8. That's right down here at the community center. If we hurry, we could just make it.
No, it's already too late.
What are you talking about? It's 10 minutes to 8. You have plenty of time.
Now, wait a minute. Just hold on. Let's just get ourselves together here. Are we sure we want to do this tonight? Looks to me like they start things on Tuesday. We can't go busting in on a Friday night.
What are you talking about? You can go to any AA meeting. It don't matter where you start.
I'm just saying, maybe it's too soon. Maybe there's stuff you're supposed to do before you go to the first meeting.
There's nothing you have to do first. And this ain't nothing but you getting cold feet.
I ain't got cold feet. I'm just saying there ain't no use in making this any harder than it has to be.
Come on, Sonny. You're just getting scared, and that's all there is to it. I thought for once you was gonna show some guts and do what you're supposed to.
Show some guts for once? Boy, if anybody else said that to me.
I'm just saying. 10 minutes ago, you were all about how you were gonna stand tall and show everybody you're a real man. Now you got the chance to do all that, and now
you know what? I don't have to take this from you. I don't have to take this from anybody.
Sonny.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Wait a minute. We just got here. You going back out again already?
Didn't you hear the phone ring? That was Saul at the library. I'm going to pick him up.
I thought he went off trying to find Sonny.
He did, and believe it or not, they ended up at the library. Now Sonny's gone off again, and I can't wait to hear the rest of this story.
I gotta admit, it's never dull around your house.
I think I'd like a couple of years of dullness for a change.
Well, at least let me move out before you start wishing dull times on us. Yeah. Love residence. Fidelia Walker speaking.
Hey, Delia. Guess who just called me from the hospital?
I got no guess. Just tell me.
Miles. Turns out he was in a car wreck after what seemed like a heart attack.
Lord. Some men will do anything to get out of a hard day's work.
Yeah, I'll tell him you were concerned. He's okay, but the doctors are keeping him overnight for observation.
He say how bad the car's messed up?
I didn't ask about that.
Well, I'm glad you got some good news. I really am.
Well, now, let me tell you the funny part.
Tell me the funny part.
Well, I got another call after I heard from Miles. Turns out that over the last few days, lots of our friends have gotten themselves tested as kidney donors.
And that's funny.
No, but somebody we know and love turns out to be a perfect match for me and wants to give me a kidney.
Still don't see what's funny.
Well, this person is somebody I wouldn't take a kidney from in 100 years. Oh, there's my call waiting. Gotta go. See you tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Tell me who it is with the kidney. Hello? Roz, get back on this phone right now.
Now you better be here again next time to hear what's gonna happen on Body Love.